I don't know what exactly is happening, but I know it's something good. I have an important message to share with you. Healing, if there is such a thing as healing, then healing is coherence. But then again, I'm not going to explain because this would again lock me into... I'm showing you that you don't have to finish a thought, because healing is coherence under tension, but I'm not going to explain it to you because this would lock me, this would confuse me and you. Explaining something would only confuse me and you. That's why I'm not doing it. When the time is right, then the explanation will follow, but not because I want it, but because it should be done. Right now, I'm not trying to produce anything of meaning, because I know that if I would try to produce anything of meaning, it would only confuse me and you. That's why I'm not confusing anybody today. But coherence and healing. Healing is coherence. Because I was thinking, does it exist? But it does exist on one level. But we know, we can rest assured that healing is taking place exactly in its own time, one step at a time. No, that's not true. It can happen all at once. It doesn't really matter. That's my whole point. It doesn't really matter, but we can rest assured that everything unfolds as it should be, to the highest benefit of everyone involved. I'm not trying to be in a rush, because I'm not in a rush. I have to always remind me I'm not in a rush. Excuse me, but I'm not in a rush. Neither should you be in a rush. But actually, I don't care if you are in a rush or not, because I am not in a rush. And if I'm not in a rush, then everybody who is in a rush cannot affect me with rush, because I am not in a rush. That's all I can say. I can only speak for myself. I cannot speak for you. You speak for yourself, and everybody speaks what they want to speak. That's also what I'm doing. That's also what you are doing. So, as I said, this is an important message because it's about coherence and frequency and energy, attention, intention, resonance, feeling, emotion, timing, trust, prayer. You have to combine all those things. Once you grasp all those things, you have some solid foundation. There are more things like subconscious, conscious, spelling, repetition, gravity, center, mass, attraction, repulsion, interference. Once you grasp all those things, it will become clearer, but not clearer. Your entire being will become more aligned. Your entire being will grasp it intuitively and thus become more aligned. Stop explaining yourself. Stop justification. There is nothing to justify when spoken from the center, because the center is complete. The center is complete. The center is complete. You cannot destroy the center through repetition. Actually, repetition is very important, as I already explained, because I'm not going to explain it. We know that repetition is very important because, and now you give the answer yourself, why repetition is so important. I could list you many reasons why repetition is important, but I'm not going to, because this would slow us down. We don't like to be slowed down. We go fast, but actually we don't go at all, because we are established in the center and there is no movement, but we move nonetheless, but it happens automatically. We don't do anything. That's what I'm saying. We don't do anything. Even though I'm speaking, even though I'm moving my hands, I'm not doing it on purpose. It cannot be explained. Once you try to explain it, it's not true anymore. So that's why I'm showing you what it's about instead of explaining it to you, because it cannot be explained. That's why I'm speaking so contradictory, because it must be that way, otherwise it's not true. Most importantly, we are having fun. F-U-N, fun, because fun is powerful, and we're not trying to achieve anything other than having fun. This is all for amusement and entertainment purposes, but at the same time, this is extremely deep wisdom, but we don't say it because most importantly, it's about entertainment. Because I don't know what is wisdom and what is not wisdom, because I'm speaking only from the center, and only the center knows what is wisdom. No, that's not true. I can know what is wise. For example, I can know that frequency is important. I can know that resonance is important. I can know that energy is important. But I know those things are important, but I know even more important is having fun. When you don't have fun, the most important concepts are dead. Only when you have fun, you can listen to important concepts and you can speak about important concepts. Because if you don't have fun, important concepts will drag you down, and we don't want to be dragged down. We want to be risen up, because this is a more pleasant state of existence. Drag down is not fun. The only reason dragging down exists is to see how bad it is so that you can get up again, okay? That's the entire purpose of negative experiences, is so you can have positive experiences. But you never need a negative experience. There is no thing as a negative experience. There is only integration, okay? There's only integration. Every negative experience you integrate. What does it mean? It means you're not dwelling on it, you use it to your advantage. Not advantage in a negative way, but advantage in a positive way. You use even your suffering to your advantage. Do you understand? Nothing can harm you, nothing can affect you. Everything, even your suffering, makes you stronger. Stronger, you know? You integrate everything. Nothing can stop you, nothing can throw you off, because you are frequency, you vibrate, and all those negative things that come towards you get absorbed. They get absorbed by your vibration, okay? That's why you use everything to your advantage. Everything that comes in contact with you, it turns into gold, okay? That's alchemy, and that's exactly what center is about. You cannot destroy the center, because everything that comes in contact with center gets absorbed and transformed into something beautiful. And that's why fun is so important, because fun is what is. I'm not going to explain it, because I know exactly when to stop explaining. When the point is reached, the point of saturation, okay? When the moment is saturated with explanation, then we drop it. Boom! We go from explaining to something else, which I'm not explaining. Because the point of saturation was reached. As you can see, this is a live demonstration where we balance explaining and not explaining. And this is how you apply it in real life. This is how you apply it in real time. You have the balance, okay? Balance is another important concept, but we are not approaching important concepts without the lightness of entertainment. So this is only for entertainment purposes. And every minute we check in back and see if we are still enjoying ourselves. Am I still enjoying myself? If I'm not enjoying myself, this is a sign for me to stop the recording. But right now, I'm still enjoying myself. And how do I know that I'm enjoying myself? I don't know. I don't even know when to stop the video. It's now going on for 16 minutes. I'm not making any choice. Why? Because center does it. Center takes care of everything. You know, center is the Holy Ghost, okay? There is the Father, there is the Son, and there's the Holy Ghost, okay? When this one is the Son and this up there is Father, then the Holy Ghost is the binding element. And the binding element, it takes care, okay? And the Son does not have to worry about, okay, what they are doing. But they can. The Son can make decisions exactly like the Father can, exactly like the Holy Ghost does. They're all making decisions on different levels, okay? It's all an interplay. It's all connected, okay? It's all connected. I think we have enough teaching for now. This was extremely deep wisdom. I hope you honor it. I hope you will apply it in your own life. See you next time.